We're just outside of Convoy in Van Wert County for our final Feeding Farmers in the Field. Here at Harting Farms, joining me first of all is CW. And CW, give us a general idea of your operation, because this is a very diversified farm.
Yes, the main operation is grain farm, and when I graduated college, I got started in the hogs, which Collin and Bill kind of take over that. We have trucks on the road, and now we're also in chickens, free-range chickens.
Now, a lot here to keep you guys busy, but there's a lot of people involved in the operation to help do all this.
Yes, my grandfather's still around, and I have a dad and an uncle, and then us three, and then we always have some part-time help, some high school boys that come out and give us a hand, and we all make it happen.
Now, when it comes to the hogs, Bill is involved. Bill, tell us a little bit about the hog part of your operation here.
This location, we have 2,500 head of hogs. A separate location, we have another barn, 2,500 head. We get them as piglets, raise them to 300 pound or so, and they send us a new batch every 5-6 weeks.
Now, I understand when you're not busy in the hog barn, you're also busy out in the field running a lot of working on a lot of the equipment that you have around here.
Yeah, all the semis, I service the semis, tractors, combine, everything gets done in the winter. Trucks get done when they're due.
Bill sounds like he's busier in the off season than he is in the harvest season and planting season. Also here is Collin, and Collin, tell us a little bit about the growing season so far this year. We've been in a rough drought year, but how have things turned out so far for you, and what's your harvest progress?
All in all, they're pretty decent. With the drought, the weed pressure was kind of hard on us. The growing season was all right. I mean, it was a little slower than normal, but all in all, it was pretty decent. And, you know, everything turned out pretty decent. We got 300 acres of corn yet, and we finished beans last Wednesday, so pretty decent.
So we're almost finished, not quite. Hopefully maybe in the next week you'll be finished up then.
Correct. So it shouldn't take us very long, depending on what the moisture of the corn is and whether we got to fire the dryer up, which is, you know, another thing. We've had it running, so it won't take us much. What's your general yields that you've seen this harvest for beans and corn? I think 65 on the beans and about 120 on corn. So that's pretty decent for a drought year,
I would say. And CW, one other part of your operation here is your chicken and poultry operation. Touch on what all that involves, because it's rather unique.
Yes, with this being free range, there's no cages. In the morning, we gotta collect the eggs by 9 o'clock, or we have too many eggs on the belt. So, you know, all in a day with 2 houses, you know, 3 to 4 hours is what somebody's spending out there. An hour in the morning to collect, which an hour walk in the barn, and about the same in the afternoon.
I have to say, when I pulled up, this wasn't what I expected as a free-range barn. Who do you market this through, and where do these go?
Right now, I'm currently on a contract with Egg Innovations. They're out of Warsaw, Indiana. Most of their eggs are being, you know, Costco is one of their main suppliers that they supply, but most of these eggs are going out west.
Now, you utilize a lot of technology. How do you evaluate, you know, what you're going to use and what you're going to do, and what technology that you want to utilize here?
Well, with the John Deere program that we run, Apex, has kind of got us started. And then we got into precision. We put the 2020 on our planters with the downforce, and that's how we got the iPad. And after we got that, you know, didn't really know what all we could do until we got the iPad. And, you know, and there's a lot of things that you could do with the iPad, you know, going back in the field to see what your downforce was, what your actual population was, or, you know, I did a lot of variable rate planting this year in our 15-inch corn, so we could go back when we harvest it, or, you know, take the agronomist out there and we could find the actual spot of the field where I push my high pop corn.
And talking about that, you had a new piece of equipment on your combine, your new John Deere Draper head, and you said that really made a difference this harvest and really sped things up.
Yes, with the Draper head, you know, we was able to start, you know, a decent time in the morning, and we could run into the wee hours in the morning. At night, when a lot of guys have to quit about 9 because it was getting too tough, it was slugging the machine with that Draper. It was just a constant flow, and it was a lot more fuel efficient, and it's just 100% better. It's like a miracle.
Well, our guest this week, winners of Feeding Farmers in the Field, Harting Farms in Van Wert County. I'm Hetterick for the Ohio AgNet.